Well, to this now, parents of the 21 children who died at an East London Tavern will today find out what caused the deaths. Eastern Cape authorities are expected to release the toxicology report this morning. The 21 teenagers died under mysterious circumstances at eNCA Tavern on the 26th of June. The youngest was just 13 years of age. Senior reporter eNCA's Aviwe Mtila is covering that story for us and joins us now to give us the very latest. Aviwe, good morning to you, a colleague. I'm sure this is what one can term a bittersweet moment for parents, bitter in the sense that they've lost their children, but they do want closure. They want to find out exactly what was the cause of death. Could they be finally getting those answers today?
It's the closure that they've really been waiting for over 2 months now, Mvun. And in the next 20 or so minutes, the parents of the 21 teenagers that perished in eNCA Tavern will be finding out exactly what led to the deaths of their children. That'll be happening, of course, here at the Buffalo City Metro Health District Department offices. As you'd understand, that was just pushed back yesterday by a day. You'd understand it was supposed to happen on the 31st of August, but because of what they call inadequate communication between the different government departments and the families themselves, that had to be pushed back by a day. But of course, yesterday police confirmed that the post-mortem results were in, and I want to catch up with one of those family members, the father, in fact, of the son that was buried on the day that was supposed to be his 18th birthday. That's Mdomkulu Khululekile Nqanana. Mdomkulu, thank you for joining us at eNCA, and I understand you in constant communication with the families. How do you feel as the families that you'd be finding out in about 20 minutes time what led to these deaths? And more personally, how do you feel as a family yourself?
Personally, myself and my family, we are feeling positive. It's been quite some time. As you know, it's now more than 2 months after the passing of our children, of our son. We are feeling positive. Hopefully, we will get closure after this, although there will still be some processes that will still be going on.
And I understand, speaking to some of the families, they mentioned the inadequate communication, but I understand there was an email that was sent to you on the 30th of August as the families. What was in that email? Were there any details, things that you were told to bring along to this meeting?
Actually, the email, we received the email after 3 o'clock on the 30th, and then we were called around about after 5. But the date was set way before, as is the 31st. But unfortunately, other parents, they couldn't ask for day off for the first because they've already knocked off at their workplaces. So as the parents, we've asked the department to postpone the 31st to today, of which we agreed on that. So today we are here and the parents are here. On the email itself, it was confirming the date, that is the 31st. And then, as you are aware, and on the meeting that we had with the department before, we've asked that Home Affairs on their side, what can they do? Because on the death certificates themselves, it says it's still under investigation, which means there's nothing that is under investigation in terms of death. It's either it's natural or unnatural. So we have to bring some of the documents that were submitted to Home Affairs to the meeting itself.
And you mentioned that there are some processes that still have to unfold now. So what have you discussed as the families on what's going to happen next, given that the postmortem results will be out from 9 o'clock?
As the families, we haven't discussed anything yet because the results, they are here, but we haven't received them yet. It's only after we've received the results, and then that's only when we will see and say what is the way forward from there.
And just in part of these investigations that have been happening for the last 2 months, have you been involved as the families? I understand some of the belongings of the deceased have been taken. Have you retrieved those back, and maybe just that way forward?
Yes, I will say we've been involved because whatever the police needed, they asked us, and then we supported them, and we've given them whatever information they need, including the clothing of the kids that they ask from us. We've given those clothes to them. And the clothes as well, they are back. The police confirmed that the clothes are back. We were supposed to go and fetch the clothing today, but unfortunately today we are here as we were supposed to be here yesterday. So now we will have to postpone for today. Probably then we'll arrange with the police as to when we can go and fetch those clothing.
And then just lastly, Siakangela Ndevu, the owner of eNCA Tavern, is appearing, of course, for that pre-trial conference tomorrow. Just your sentiments ahead of that appearance. Will you be there tomorrow?
Yes, the parents will be there tomorrow. We are together as these parents all the time. We are speaking about that, but not all of them. As we know the nature of our situation, some of us will still be at their workplaces, but those who can attend most definitely will be there. What we can ask for is for our communities. We ask the support for our communities. We are getting some support from other stakeholders, like the South African Council of Churches and the Amakosikazi, the women of Amakosikazi of the churches. They call it, I just forget about it. They are there, they are supporting us. So we are hopeful that the communities as well will be supporting us in this individual.
All right, thank you so much, Mbamkulu. We'll be catching up just after you've come back from that meeting inside. Yeah, that's one of the parents of the 21 teenagers that passed away at eNCA Tavern. After 2 months, they expected to find out exactly what led to those deaths. Following that, the post-mortem results are already out, confirmed by Brigadier Kinana just yesterday. And of course, there are still those processes that are still going to be underway. One of them is collecting the belongings and the clothing that was taken for the forensics in Pretoria. We do understand that's been moved from today when they were supposed to collect them as parents, given that they now will be informed to what exactly led to those deaths, Tumelo, from 9 o'clock.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, when I heard, the father you were speaking to talking about closure, I mean, it just reflects on so many parents, all the parents of the 21 teenagers and what they need right now after all the delays and some unhappiness, I understand, of the handling of, the post-mortem results, at least relaying and communicating those results to the parents. Hopefully today, indeed, Aviwe, we can, of course, report back that they have found them. We'll be offshore to get back to you as soon as there are other developments. Aviwe Mtila on for us in East London.